Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Prince Magnum channel where hot rodding and romance do coexist. I'm your host, Prince Magnum. Welcome to another one of my live streams, and welcome to Surviving Romance. All right, folks, this is one that we did earlier this year, but we're gonna narrow it down in a live stream. I'm gonna show you how ridiculously easy this is. Galaxy, you're really not supposed to be on the counter. So, for those of you out there looking for a romantic evening, want to show your sweetheart that little extra something, I've got the one for you. Okay, come here, Galaxy. Everyone wants to see you since you're just so bound and determined to get on camera. How you doing, Mystical? So, for those that are not in the know, earlier this year we did an entire romance series for Valentine's Day, and it was a very well received series. A lot of ladies were like, "Yeah, that looks like it." It's so good to see you, Mystical. A lot of ladies were like, "Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. It was amazing. It was exciting. It was wonderful to see." Um, to see the something's done. So we're going to do it again, uh, but uh, but we're not going to be going. We're It's not going to be as in depth, but you guys are going to get the overview of it all. So I'm going to go out. I'm going to have a cigarette. We're going to kind of chill out, Wang Chung, for the first 10 minutes as usual, and then we're going to get to work. A lot of stuff to cover. Basically, there's going to be Princess Faye is going to be treated to candlelight, a nice warm bubble bath, and cut strawberries. And there's going to be something that a lot of people are going to be like, whoa, 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 whoa. You better be careful being around that stuff. We're going to have to go over that too. But basically, Princess Faye has also got a bottle of red wine ready and waiting for her the moment she gets home. I will not be partaking. I've got coffee. So tonight, basically, the moment Princess Faye gets home, she gets all of this. Basically, she gets a relaxing evening for the moment she gets home, and she gets to enjoy all of this. Um, it's just you got good news. I want to hear some good news. Lay it on me. Okay, okay, yeah, shoot it to me. Shoot it to me. I want to hear good news. I think I got a funny feeling what it is. If you're texting, I think I know what it is, but we'll wait and see if I'm right. But yes, so tonight is going to be a surviving romance, kind of going back to Valentine. Oh, that's why I said I think I know what it is, but I won't say because I figured it was personal. So we're gonna take this back to Valentine's Day just before the pandemic. Uh, I spent like how was I going to do this? How was I going to go about it? You know, that sort of thing. And it's been really, sorry about that. Had a brief moment. I got those texts. Not quite what I thought it was going to be, but I thought it was going to be, but that's still really, 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 really good news. That's really good news. I just got it. Sorry about that. We had a brief moment where the stream kind of acted up. It's one of them things. Our internet's not the greatest. Big corporate. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for telling me that. That's good news. It's really good news. That is amazing news. I'm really excited. I'm glad to hear it. That's wonderful. All I can say is there is a higher power, and yeah, yeah, I know it has. I know it has. We've talked about that, and you went through a lot, went through a lot there. Um, the biggest victims in dealing with what you're talking about, the biggest victims is always the friends and family. So, um, the only it's up to him to decide if this is what he wants to do. He's got to be the one to make that decision. I hope and pray that that uh that he sticks to it, like as you put it. But I'm hoping he found the rock bottom. You know, that's wonderful news. And anywhere where I can help, holler at me. Okay, you know I'm there. So so far, as people begin to start coming in for the live stream, again the first 10 minutes. Hey, what's going on, Queen Bee? Uh, as people begin coming in for the live stream. Again, this is a series that we did earlier this year, but this is kind of a synapse of it all. We're going to kind of compress it all into one live stream. Yeah. We're going to compress it all into one live stream. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. Basically, I am doing great. I'm doing great. Got on Fortnite earlier today, and I'm about to hit 90. My road to 90 on this. Um, I've been blazing through levels. Princess Faye watched me in one match. She's like, "Good Lord. Oh my goodness, we've got the other Queen Bee in here. Holy cow. Well, this is a pleasure. We have two Queen Bees in here. Both of them probably going to keep an eye on me, make sure I don't get into too much trouble." Yes, today is, yeah, we got both Queen Bees. I'm going to have to, I'm going to have an interesting time trying to keep up with that. But I am doing fantastic. I've got the weekend off, and last night, I'll tell y'all, I started off, Princess Faye, started having one of her low spots. And when she does this, I know it's up to dear old Prince Magnum here to do what it takes to make his wife feel better, okay? She's feeling a little low. Things. So, there's two Queen Bees here. They're just different names. It's done differently, but we have, yeah, oh yeah, there's actually a total of 3 of you that I know. 3 of you. The Queen Bee that is in here very regularly, that's actually, it says Queen Bee, as in Buzz Buzz. She played. Oh my goodness. Uh, you're the only one that spells your name the way that you do. Everybody else does it a little differently. So, um, yeah, see, we got, see, that's what's awesome is I have such a cross section of the gaming community in here right now. And, ironically enough, oh, the other one that I'm talking about. Yeah, I know you two have kind of not gotten along. But this Queen Bee, that's the 2 Queen Bees that are in here, I don't think you two have ever really met. I don't think you two have ever really met. Yeah, well, it's kind of like me, I don't think there's any other Prince Magnums in the world. Thank goodness. No, the other one. The one that Queen B2214 is going to refer to is the one that goes by Queen, and it's just a letter B, and I think maybe an underscore in there, if I remember correctly. And they've butted heads before, so. But you two have not really met, if I remember correctly. You two have not met. Yeah. See, I actually am able to keep up with this shit. Wow, that hurts my head, too. So, okay. Now that we've, wow. Yeah, I know you have Mystical, but the 2 Queen Bees that are in here at the moment have not met. I don't believe. I'm not confused. Trust me, it hurts my head. I'm not confused. Okay. There, I know a total of 3 queen bees. Queen bee, that's spelled queen, B-E-E. We all know as my dear partner in Fortnite. That is not who Queen Bee 2214 is referring to. There's another Queen Bee out there. There's 3 of you that I know of right off the top of my head. Probably even more. And the other one, if I remember correctly, it's spelled Queen _B, if I remember correctly. And that one and Queen Bee 2214 don't exactly get along. Okay, so the one I got it right then. I got it, see? And that one, I've been in their channel and they're not always, I mean, they're okay. You know, they're okay. But then there's Queen Bee that's spelled B-E-E who is in here. Yeah, I'm surrounded by royalty. Surrounded by royalty. But that just goes to show that the Prince Magnum channel, the Maverick Nation, has a very large cross-section. Oh, that, yeah. She also doesn't like it. See what I mean? See, told you. Okay, Mystical. Well, it's good to see you. All right, as soon as I finish this, we're going to get underway. See what I mean? It's going to be, you'll have to watch the playback. It's going to be exciting. Kavachi, welcome to the live stream. I don't know if I said it, but trying to explain all that, it hurt my head there for a second. TFZ Designs. He went from video games into DIY car stuff. Man, what a jump. Yeah, you're going to love today's stream. It's going to be interesting. And I'm even going to raise some eyebrows in this one. It's going to be exciting. Again, this is going to be kind of a synapsis of what we did earlier this year for Valentine's Day. Now, for Valentine's Day, what it boiled down to is Princess Faye had given me a challenge. She felt like Surviving Romance at that time had actually turned into, ironically enough, just another cooking show. And that was never my intention. Surviving Romance has always been and will always forever be a straight romance series dedicated to Princess Faye, while simultaneously giving ideas for the generic term husbands out there. Okay, this is their, that one of those things where they could take in ideas to kind of keep the romance alive and well. And now that I've said that, she gave me the challenge to do something outside of cooking. And that challenge involved, just something that she'd also asked me, when am I going to do something spa-like, like a bubble bath or a back rub or something like that. And so that was that. I did a whole series of videos. There you go. That's what's up. I can't wait to see that. Awesome. I'm gonna have to get over there and check it out. So, if you kept up with the channel, you know that we did that, okay? And it was well received by a lot of ladies. They really enjoyed it. As a matter of fact, our queen Buzz Bee, Allie loved that series. She loved it. She was still pregnant at the time and absolutely fell in love with what we had done on that series. There you go. You better upload that. I want to see. So it was really exciting how well received that entire series was. And in that series, we went over bubble bath stuff, bath bombs. We went over a lot of stuff. Again, we're going to get ready to start underway, and we even included some other stuff that you could do to make it more spa-like. Now, it's been actually a little warm, and I am doing fantabulous. We've got a romance series tonight. Well, romance video tonight. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. I cannot wait to do this. I've been dying to do this one, and again, so again for our ladies, this is like one of those ones that I kid you not. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love this series. Now, let me explain what Princess Faye is going to be going through. Princess Faye is going to get to enjoy of all the things. You're gonna love this, ladies. When she gets home tonight, she gets sis. Princess Faye gets to come home to a warm bubble bath that's going to be candle lit. She gets to enjoy cut strawberries and a glass of red wine. I already see some of you guys right now. Your eyebrows have just taken permanent residence into your hairline because we all know I'm in recovery. Calm down. Calm down right now, okay? I'm not cooking. I'm not actually cooking this time. All right, so I want all of you to relax for just a moment. I know right now y'all are panicking because I said red wine, we all know, is alcohol. And I'm going to say it again. My spiritual maintenance is, what's up, kid? Oh my goodness, Sean, what are you doing in here, buddy? Good to see you. I'm so excited for this. Everyone's favorite goofball, Sean. And for those who want to see her, here's Galaxy. You're okay. No, because then we got to clean it up later. Sis. No, I'm going to get out the new camping axe. No, I'm not. So let's go over the bubble bath itself. Okay. Now, we've tried bath bombs, and the way that it goes, time to, all right, let's run through the bases. If you're going to do this on a budget, like we have done, because let's face facts, if you've got family or you've just got the job that just doesn't pay the greatest, let's face facts, you know. Yes, it is, but not today. Real quick, if you're strapped for cash, like a lot of people are, it is commonplace that you have to find different means to meet what it is that you're trying to do, whether it's in cars or in this case, romance. So I'm going to say right now that bath bombs are very popular, and for good reason. The problem is we tried bath bombs from different places, and unless normally I would say yes, but then we got to clean it up. Don't worry, sis. I know what I'm doing on this. Ooh, made him a bumblebee. There you go. That's what's up. All right. So if the problem we discovered was bath bombs, unless you wanted good ones, you paid a lot of money. Now, I know some of you out there can make your own. My hat's off to the craft person who does that. So if that is something that you're interested in, I definitely, I definitely suggest it. Okay. If you're a crafty person, I highly recommend Right. I highly recommend that that if you are that crafty person, do it. But for those of us who are not crafty, who or maybe you live in a town where that having that having that as a supply, a readily available supply is not always an option. I'm going to get a coffee cup for myself. So, because of that problem, what is the next best thing? What is going to get you the next best results? And that's going to be a good old-fashioned bubble bath. Now, I'm going to say it right now. There's something to be said about good old-fashioned bubble baths. Today, there you go. See, there's my crafty little sister. I'm going to say it right now. Today, bubble baths are not as popular as they once were until you mention them. Bubble baths are amazing at relaxing, and I don't know anyone, for that matter, that would turn down a good bubble bath. So here's what we got from. Okay, Mama Sketch, I was gonna say you're gonna have to watch playback. You might like this one. And I have a cat on the counter again. Galaxy, you're not supposed to be on the counter, sweetie. I know you want Wubbins. Right. So what we found was you could go over to your local Dollar Tree and buy basically a good scented bubble bath. Now, we found this for $1 at Dollar Tree, obviously. And this works wonders. This is amazing. It's vanilla scented, and it's easy to get. Now, if you got to, there's my sister. So this is definitely an option right here. I definitely highly suggest that if you're going to get into doing something like this, get a good old bubble bath, and you cannot go wrong with something like this right here. It's a great vanilla scent, absolutely fantastic. So definitely a must. Now that I've said that, the next thing that we need to talk about is, I said, candle lit bubble bath. So real quick, I've got get a good candlestick, okay? Oh my goodness, sis. Get a good candlestick. Now, this is one that we actually kind of picked up at at a thrift store. It's a brass. You can get these types of candlesticks reasonably cheap, okay, or inexpensive, because they'll last you for many years if you take good care of them. You can buy the glass ones or the crystal that doesn't have lead in them. You could get a lot of that stuff reasonably priced at Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Walmart, you name it, it's out there. And make sure you get unscented in this case if you're going to run tapers. The reason being is you don't want a different scent messing up the scent of your bubble bath, okay? Be smart about that, okay? So get yourself unscented tapers or votives. Votives are just fine. You can get votives. Anything like that, but make sure it's unscented so it doesn't mess with your bubble bath, because you don't want like several different scents going through the bubble bath, because then it kind of ruins what you're working on, okay? Because some scents will clash with each other and things like that, and then what was supposed to be relaxing smells like the city dump. So just kind of, because too many scents like that. So it'll mess with the nose a little bit. So right here is basically all you're going to need for the start of this. Now, I said that we were going to ramp this up. Now, real quick, because I already mentioned that there's going to be red wine involved, let's go ahead and let me show you what I mean. Now, when you're doing something like this, make sure that you get an inexpensive wine. All right, one that you would generally cook with. The ones that are called cooking wines, those are really bad. Okay, a lot of professional cooks look down their nose at that sort of stuff. It makes food taste bad. So they always suggest getting an inexpensive wine. Notice I didn't say cheap. Cheap wine would be something like Mad Dog 2020 and would have been something that I would have drank when I was looking for my fix. No, don't go that route. And don't go for it if it basically the price range you're looking for is about, I'm going to say, between $5 to $20. That range is the perfect range for a classic wine. Now, anything beyond that point, say for whenever you're doing like a business party or you have a very important guest over, like your in-laws, okay? So go with something like this. And this is something that I picked up at the local Dollar General, and it isn't bad. Directly out of California, and it is a red wine. I will not be able to tell you how it tastes. That'll be up to Princess Faye to tell you whether or not that she really likes it. So does it have, again, we're back to be smart about what you buy. And again, if you've got the money and you want to spend it on an expensive wine or Chardonnay, go for it, okay? Go for it if you want to, but most people in the general public are not going to have that kind of cash just laying around. Most of us have got to pay bills, put food on the table, put gas in the cars, routine maintenance, and we're still trying to do all this stuff and still trying to sweep our sweethearts off of their feet. An inexpensive wine is where we're at. And again, notice I said inexpensive, not cheap. Now, hey, what's going on, Mikey G? Again, I know some people are going to freak out because I'm holding a bottle of red wine. Please note that it is still uncapped. I will not be drinking this. This is for Princess Faye. This is for her when she gets home to relax, to enjoy her nice bubble bath that's going to be candle lit. Okay? This is for her to enjoy. Why would I want to drink it? I'm in recovery, doggone it. This is a good question. This is a regular red grape red wine. Okay, this is a red wine, not strawberry. Now I know there's going to be strawberries involved in this particular doing, but no, it's just a regular grape red wine. Okay, it's very traditional. It is a very traditional wine. Oh my goodness. It's you all have to understand, before we had strawberry wines, before we had rose wines, there was just red and white, okay? Red and white, that was it. That's all the wines that we had available to us at one time. Red wine was typically served as a traditional drink with strawberries. So that is exactly what we're going to be going with. Now again, why is it traditional? Because it worked. So again, we're back to, this is why I go with traditional stuff, because I know it already works. Okay, it's traditional for a reason, because it worked, So again, this is going to be for Princess Faye when she gets home. Now, do yourself a favor. Keep this ice cold. Get that in the refrigerator and put it in the lowest part that you can inside of your refrigerator, which is going to be the bottom shelf. Okay? And if you have one in like the crisper drawer that's completely empty, that will work even better because cold air travels down. So in your refrigerator, it stands to reason that the coldest place in the refrigerator is going to be on the bottom. Okay, so that's where you want this. So that's where we're going to put this right now. We're going to put this back, because I feel weird holding a bottle of red wine. Now, we're going to cover something very quickly that wasn't covered in the original series that we did. I didn't cover it for, because it's just, I didn't think to cover it. It's one of those things. I didn't think to do it. So real quick, we're going to kind of cover it right now. That is, if I could find it all. Oh, honey, where did you put it? Where did you put it? I cannot find it. Which means I get the enjoyment of looking later. But bear with me. I know this is a kind of a Halloween set decoration, if you will, but it will work for this purpose. There are numerous cups on the market for drinking alcoholic beverages, and these particular glasses, if you will, serve a different function. And because they serve different functions, it would stand to reason that since they serve different functions, that you want to use them in the right manner. So let's cover it real quick. Again, this is kind of a Halloween set decoration, which we'll break this out for the Halloween episode that we'll be doing this year. I have no idea what we're going to be doing, but we're going to definitely break it out. There are glasses that are shaped like this. These are more of your champagne flutes and things like that. There's a reason why that they're shaped like this. You're to be holding them by the stem, okay? You hold them by the stem because your hand here would actually suck the coldness out of the drink, okay? So this is basically, there's a reason why you don't want your champagne to get warm while you're sipping it. So that's why they design glasses like this. Even though this isn't a glass, again, it's a Halloween set decoration, but the general shape is still the same. Now, along with that, there's also what we call kind of a highball glass. And this is what it would kind of look like, okay? I drink lemonade out of this, or sweet tea. So perfectly, you would basically put so much ice in there. Mikey G, it is so good to see you tonight. I think you're going to really enjoy this, going over this. It's interesting, I get to do something like this. And this would be used typically in a bar if it was a highball glass. And then they make ones that are even taller than that. They call it Collins. That's fine for mixed drinks. And of course, you've put so much ice in, and then of course, your mixology that goes with that. Okay. I am not a mixologist for good reason. Then along with that, you'll occasionally see like glasses like this and martini glasses, things like that. Different cocktail glasses like this. Someone gave this to me years ago because they just wanted the Southern comfort. I wanted the glass because I thought it looked neat. So here's, basically here we are. This is fine for, for your kind of weird looking cocktails and things like that. Perfectly fine. But they do make glasses for wine. Sometimes they're kind of shaped like this, but a little bit more bowl shaped. Princess Faye used to have one. So she actually also has a thermal kind of glass specifically for wine, which I have no idea where that woman put it. I guess I'm going to be searching here in a little bit. So that, again, it is insulated specifically to hold a specific amount of wine. I think it's something like close to 10 ounces, and it's insulated to keep your hand from sucking the heat out, and it's good for camping trips too, if you want. She liked it because of the rainbow color on it. That titanium finish that looks like this. Looks just like that. So she has a wine glass that literally looks like this. So now that I've talked alcohol in a weird sense, it's weird to me talking about alcohol like this. So that is what is on the agenda. Now, from here, the next part of this is where we break out the strawberries here in just a moment. We're going to go over strawberries, and we're going to do something a little bit different than we did last time. Last time when we did this, I left the stems on and set down kind of like a little trash can that Princess Faye would bite into it, get as much of the strawberry as she wanted off of that stem, and she would throw it into the trash. Perfectly fine. But we found that that was just a little too tedious for her. It was kind of a pain in the neck. She didn't like that very much. She thought it was just kind of a pain in the ass. So this time around, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to be adding toothpicks. We're going to cut the stems off, and then we're going to use toothpicks, and that's going to be it. All right? I think you all are still saying a lot. Oh, hang on here. Wow. So that is the plan. So from here, I'm going to have one more smoke, and then we're going to break out the strawberries, and we're going to begin cutting. Again, what I show you guys next is going to be very important for your strawberries and in the presentation and things like that. When you're doing something like this, prep far in advance. Get to the best quality strawberries you can get. And of course, cutting them right is going to be very, very important. Along with that, keeping them chilled. And basically, if you do this wrong, you're going to bruise strawberries, and it gets a little mushy on the end. And that's not what we're looking for. So let's have a cigarette. You guys can start asking questions, because I know a few of you might be doing that right now. I know especially for some of you out there that are like taking this down. Again, TFZ Designs did mention rose petals. That is fine. You can totally do that. Sprinkling rose petals on the floor. I know a lot of ladies do appreciate that, but I will tell you that Princess Faye does not. What's going on, Kevin Myers? I didn't even see you come in. Thank you for the thumbs up, brother. So appreciate that. I know you got a lot going on. You chase after that nephew of yours. Oh, you and your dad working? Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. So, already, like I said, we covered a lot of ground already. Again, cold. You want them cold. Strawberries are kind of a funny little thing. You want to keep them cold, especially if you're cutting them, because if they're warm, just like if we're in an operating room, think about it like this. In an operating room, if you they keep the operating room ice cold. The reason being is even though the body's still alive, if the body is kept cold, bleeding is slow. Well, if you cut strawberries cold, the juices don't flow out as fast. So, good question. Good question. Oh, that's awesome. So you're working on that. Now send me some pictures. But you'll keep them in the fridge up until time. Okay. Strawberries are also extremely perishable. Of course, I can also make an amazing strawberry bread pudding. I might have to do that sometime. Very true. Very true. Real quick, Sean just brought up a good point. What he's referring to is what is oftentimes known as the danger zone. The danger zone is that point from 40 degrees Fahrenheit to about 135 degrees Fahrenheit in that ballpark area. And you want to keep food out of that temperature range. If you keep food in that temperature range for an extended period of time, food can take on bacteria, viruses. So do yourself a favor, keep your food cold, or keep cold food cold, hot food hot. And that's a very good point. A lot of people don't know that. That's why you get the food safety stuff in restaurants because for whatever reason, that's just the zone that bacteria really like. So, good stuff, Sean. Thank you. Come on, other questions on this. I'm already eating this up. Good questions. Good questions. And for the record, for the romance side of it all, I do have to somewhat keep up with alcohol. Despite the fact that I don't drink it, I do need to keep up with like wines and Chardonnays and things like that. I actually have to know a little bit about it because if right, I have to keep up with this a little bit because of the simple fact that it does come up from time to time. All right, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking for if you make that video, I want to know so I can go watch it. Thank you, Kevin. Kevin's a hardworking guy. He's always doing something for the family. Good man. He's a good man. So again, I have to know like with like pasta, it's very traditional to serve with red wine. So like the spaghetti that we made, for like the perfect date food, okay? That whole pasta thing that we did. And we did it with the Parmesan cheese, and you all just loved that live stream. Red wine would be very traditional. Boom Farm wine. Actually, around these parts, we have a wine that a lot of people swear by called St. James. And St. James is actually a winery out of St. James, Missouri, and it's a very good wine from what I understand. I have never had it. I couldn't tell you what it tastes like. But I also know that St. Genevieve also has a winery down there that is evidently to die for. I hear that it is absolutely fantastic. The wines that come out of there are to die for as well. So one of the things that I will also say, whenever possible, always buy local wines because supporting local business is always a good thing. And that is something that we try to preach here on the Prince Magnum channel to support local business. I know that's a California. However, that was the best I could find. So again, I understand. Freaking cell phones. Where's Joe Pesci right now? They fuck you on the cell phones. Anyhow, Lethal Weapon 4. So to a degree, I have to keep up with this at least a little bit. But I will say again, and even though I don't drink, it's something that I need to know, okay, for the romance side of the channel. So red wines are very traditional in this particular sense. Now, if your sweetheart does like a particular type of wine, definitely go with it, okay? Definitely roll with that particular wine. Perfectly fine. You cannot go wrong with it. You know, this is just kind of what's going on filming. Welcome to the live stream, my friend. We've got an amazing live stream that we've already been diving into. We're getting ready to cut some strawberries. Basically, in a nutshell, filming, you're going to love this. Princess Faye, when she gets home from work, will be coming home to a hot bubble bath, scented, of course, candle lit. And I'll be serving her a bowl of cut strawberries and a glass of red wine. How awesome is that? Princess Faye gets pampered. Oh, really? Queen, I believe you because I don't, I'm doing fantastic tonight. I've been planning this one for a few days. Princess Faye has just needed kind of that little something. And I know right now my mother if she's watching, if Mama Magnum is watching right now, she's sitting there telling all of her friends, "That's my boy. That's my boy. He knows how to take care of a woman." So again, get out your pencil and paper. For those of you who want to really do something special for your sweetheart, I'm telling you, I don't know anybody who doesn't like pampering like this. The only thing you do, in my case though, you'd have to serve me coffee. That's weird, isn't it? That's weird. Just serve me coffee. Again, Princess Faye comes home to a candle lit, vanilla scented bubble bath served with cut strawberries and a glass of red wine. And all she has to do is relax. That's it. That's all she has to do. We don't want her to do anything else other than just relax. This is her pamper time. And if she gets the idea that she wants to listen to a little bit of music, I already know what she's going to listen to. So all I got to do is grab a phone charger. I know how that one goes. Again, I will not be partaking in the wine part. Actually, this is all for Princess Faye. She gets spoiled rotten tonight as a reminder that I love her more than she could ever imagine. And again, this is just something that I've enjoyed doing. Now, tomorrow there will be another cooking live, and we are going to be doing salad. Yeah, salad. uh, I'll tell you a funny story. Back when I was 21, I decided that I was going to be a sophisticated wine drinker one night. I went out and bought this bottle of wine, and I came home. I don't even remember what brand it was. I ended up getting so drunk I don't remember. So you can already see where this is going. And I think it was just a regular grape wine, a Merlot, uh, is what it was. So I got it and brought it home and got out a glass and poured myself a glass and started drinking. Well, I got about 2 drinks in and I put the glass in the sink and started drinking directly from the bottle. I got to the end of that bottle and I was sick, 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 sick. I threw up for several hours and I passed out in the bathroom floor. That was my experience with trying to be one of those sophisticated wine swisher types. It didn't work out. Right now, I know there's several of you that are laughing at that. It's perfectly okay to tell me you're laughing at me. It was funny then. It's funny now to me. It was even funny back then to me. And like so much for being a wine swisher. You know the type I'm talking to. I never understood that. Fucking weirdos. Yeah, it didn't go well. What I remembered, it wasn't bad. It didn't taste bad. Oh, and Queen's laughing at that, like, well, that's a thing. So that is where we're at on that. Okay, so now that we've had a good laugh about that, now the next thing I'm also going to suggest is, if before all of this, do yourself a favor, clean out the bathtub. Okay, scrub it down real quick. Doesn't have to be, make sure it's clean, guys. Okay, take a few moments. So after the live stream, guess who's got to do some cleaning? Okay, I got to go in there, scrub it dub on that bathtub, and that's it. That's all I got to worry about. That's it. Okay. Right. I'll be honest with you. I never really liked beer when I drank. There was one that I did kind of like, and it was basically, hang on, they don't even make it anymore, called Mickey's Malt Liquor. And it was good and strong. I loved it. because it was good and strong. As a matter of fact, when I did drink, one night I drank 6 40-ounce. Yeah, you don't see it anymore. It used to be very popular at one time. But at one time, to give you an idea how much alcohol I would drink, Dickens cider, okay. I put away on my own, by myself, 6 40-ounces of Mickey's, and then their 10-ounce, then a 6-pack of the 10-ounce shorts. We called them grenades back then because they looked like they were about the size of a grenade. And I would, you know, I drank that much in one night on 2 separate occasions. I always wondered why. Prince Magnum, you have a problem with alcohol. But I will say, for something, I don't remember the hangover. I got up the next morning and I started drinking again. That was just one of those things. I don't think, that was during a time I didn't really draw much of a sober breath. I'd wake up and have to have one just so I could start my day. So I drank like a fish back then. So, now that we have covered those main pieces. No, I haven't. I've never seen that. I don't get out much. All righty, let's grab our strawberries and let's go over some strawberry knowledge. Okay, let's go over some strawberry knowledge real quick. Okay, now, very quickly, when you cut these, if you don't deprive them of some oxygen, they will brown on the cut ends. Also, make sure you got a good sharp knife. Now, when looking for strawberries, okay, all right, I'll check them out. When perusing for strawberries, very quickly, one of the things that you look for, you don't even have, because they put them in containers like this, you don't have to spend a whole lot of time really looking, because you could see how most of them are. If you find any that have bad spots, throw them away. But if, for the most part, all of them look good in the package, you're good to go. Even for the strawberries in there, the amount that you get, if it feels a little heavy for its size, you got a good batch. Along with that, also look for tight, firm skin on your strawberries, okay? Tight, firm skin. If you see wrinkles or spots that look like they're soft, again, you don't even have to open the package to see that, because you can see right through a lot of them like this. If they look like they got tight, firm skin, you got good strawberries. And I will say, I know we can grow strawberries pretty well year-round now, but the best time to get them is in the springtime, and they'll be a lot more fragrant than the ones that are out of season. So if you're looking for ones that are in season, how do you know you got good ones? They have a nice strawberry smell, okay? Let them. They still gave me the view. It should smell good. Now, even though these are out of season, doesn't matter, okay? Because they still have a decent strawberry smell. Smells amazing. Okay? Now, we have a sealable container to deprive our strawberries of oxygen once we begin cutting. Okay? From here, you need a good, sharp knife. A good, sharp kitchen knife of some sort. So I'm going to turn you guys right here so you can see the cutting board a little bit. And I'm going to come over here and get this particular knife. I keep it, and this is how it came. And it doesn't have to be anything super fancy. Pressed, it's just pressed, okay? It's got a good, sharp edge. Stay sharp, okay? Has minor serrations that help. Good for cutting, good, really good quality homemade bread as well. Okay. I have my toothpicks over here on standby. And basically, what we are going to be doing, we'll be cutting them and putting them directly in the container. But we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on this, okay? So, here we go. We're going to pop open our container. Just like that. All right? Use as few strokes as possible, okay? As few strokes as possible. You're going to stick it through, right like that. Boom, one is done. And just lay them in the bowl. As few strokes as possible. Again. There's another. Good, clean cuts. All right? You can if you want. It is not necessary. It is not necessary. But you can if you want. Big one. I was almost surprised that my dear friend Hell Girl did not come by. Because she always likes these romance ones like this. Total of 9 likes. Thank you all so very, very much. I appreciate that. Hi, honey. You're perfectly okay to watch this. You already know what's going on. There you go. Yeah, she made me tell her. You believe that horse shit? Ruin my surprise. Fuck everything up. This is horse shit. No, that's perfectly okay. Here's what I was talking about, guys. Right there in the middle. Okay? So this particular strawberry is no good. All right? So we discard. um, what gave me the idea to do this is because we'd already covered a lot of ground here on Surviving Romance, and Princess Faye needed a little pick me up, I guess you could say. And at the same time, um, I wanted to, basically, what's really going on right now during this pandemic? I mean, come on, what else have we got to do? Um, so, and like I said, Princess Faye was feeling a little low last couple days, so I thought I'd do something and kind of cheer her up. So this is what she gets to come home to. Cut strawberries. Boom. See what I mean by a good sharp knife? A good sharp knife. All right. That should be enough. Sealed up. And there we go. Princess Faye is all set. So, that's it. That's the prep work that goes into this. Now, again, we covered bubble baths. We again covered wine. We covered candlelight. Again, a good candlestick, okay? And the brass ones are easy to keep up with. You can clean them every now and again. This one is definitely getting to that point where it does need to be cleaned again. I have no idea where the other one is. We actually have two. But this will do just fine. One or two. Placed properly. Put one at one end of the bathtub, the other one at the other end. Okay? Two is more than enough. Turn out the lights. Light the candles, then turn out the lights so you don't trip over anything. And once your sweetheart gets into the tub, you serve her the glass of red wine with the cut strawberries, and everybody is happy. So, along with that, again, I've got a few strawberries left over for later. And of course, these will keep for a little while in the refrigerator, up to about a week or two. Okay, so there we have it. So let's put this back in the refrigerator. Ta-da! So, we got that all taken care of. Now, at this point, exactly. Sean's right on the money there. Yeah, trip to the hospital will be no fun in this case. So let's skip that trip to the hospital and let's just not, okay? So there we have it. We cut some strawberries and that sort of thing, and of course, discard your dishes into the sink. We're not looking to make more work for them. Now, presentation is sometimes everything, okay? Sometimes it is everything. Most of the time it's not, but sometimes it is. This is Princess Faye's favorite bowl. Made sure, right? Right. This is her favorite bowl, okay? I have no idea where she got it. I just know that it's her favorite bowl. So we'll put the strawberries in, in this bowl. But, see? Told you. But if you are not in possession of something like that, something like this will be just fine. Okay, there you go. Something like this is just fine. Get something nice to put it in, okay? Make it look presentable. Get something decorative. They have the ones out there that are kind of square shaped, and like the inside will be red and the outside will be black or something like that, okay? Okay, honey, I loves you. I will you. What was it? Yes. Get something nice. Yep, it's up finally. So get something nice to present it in. Couple dollars, guys. Couple dollars. Okay. What's a couple dollars when you're doing something for your sweetheart? Okay. So don't serve it in something like this. Shoot, even in the worst case scenario, something like this will do as well. It'll do in a pinch, which I have no idea where we got these. Good bowls, though. You know, don't be that guy, okay? Serve it in something nice. Presentation, folks. Presentation. Again, okay, we have okay. We'll still be here for a minute. So, now that we have covered all of this in excruciatingly painful detail, okay, and went over the ins and the outs of setting something like this up. This is the easy spa treatment, that little extra something that that husbands can do. Now, again, when I say husbands, I'm talking the generic sense nowadays. I hate one of those things. Even in all right. Well, just be safe, okay? Be safe out there. So now that we've covered all of this, again, and I again want to talk about the whole husband-wife thing that we talk about here on the channel. I need to stress this. It is a new age. Traditional relationships aren't as traditional as they once were. We live in a different world these days. Right, absolutely right, Kevin. We'll be extra careful because of those dang idiots out there. Be extra careful because there's bad, just watch out for you. We want, need you. We need you. Okay? Need all of you, really. All right. So now that we've covered that, what I was about to say, we have long since passed the days of husband-wife, traditional man and woman marriage. For years, the most untraditional that you would see is where two people would shack up, as they used to call it, where a man and a woman would shack up. But now even that isn't, eventually that became a tradition. And today, that isn't as traditional as it once was. Today we see homosexual couples out there, a man and a woman and a woman. And even now we're getting into transgender relationships. Along with that, we're even getting into what is known as polyamory relationships. For those that don't know what polyamory is, it's where you might have one woman, two guys, or you might have, a one guy, two women, however it works. And it could get really interesting from there. So when I say husband and wife, well, when I say husband or I say wife, I don't mean it in the traditional sense anymore. Let's face facts. Let's face facts. It isn't what it once was. But even though it isn't what it once was, in some way it still kind of means what it always did. In some way, shape, or form, even in non-traditional relationships, which is becoming more traditional these days than ever before. I don't care if it's a man and a man, a woman and a woman, guy, gal, shacking up, traditional husband and wife, or a polyamory relationship. In some way, shape, or form, there is going to be someone that is going to take on the traditional role of the husband. That's who I'm referring to. However, it works in your relationship, and even every once in a while, those roles can even get switched around, even in traditional relationships. So, however it works in your relationship, apply it. Okay? Apply it. There you go. That's my disclaimer. That's my disclaimer to the term of just saying husband. You know, even dear old Prince Magnum had to update how giggity. That just apply it that way. And when I say husbands take the initiative, however it works in your relationship, are you playing the part of being the husband? That's it. That's as simple as it gets. You know. And I was brought up in a traditional sense. Um, you know, I had one. I tell you, I had a homosexual gentleman years ago, and for the record, I don't use the term gay or lesbian to mean that it's a derogatory term. I use refer to what you guys might say, gay, lesbian, whatever, as being homosexual, and that's perfectly okay. That's the technical term. It's just that some people go, it's not funny. Okay, lesbian to me is a derogatory term. It's a slam. It ranks right up there with butch and dyke. No, don't say those terms. It's not right. Don't be derogatory towards them. And gay, we're using it wrong. It's getting to the point where you can't even listen to the Flintstones theme song without people going, hee 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 hee. No, it's not what it means. All right? It's not what it means. Now, I have had some homosexual gentlemen say no, I would prefer it if you did say the term gay because it's just easier to say. It's kind of like me. I don't like people to call me a Native American a lot of times because it's just easier to say Indian, even though I'm not, a different type of Indian. It's not, hello, my name is Chuck. It's Indian, like, sending up smoke signals and things like that. Okay, so I'm okay with them, being called that because it's easier to say. Okay. There you go, Kevin. So, we're back to this. So, as trying to be as polite to the homosexual community as I possibly can, that is exactly what I say. Okay, because to me, anything else, calling, uh, calling someone gay is derogatory. Calling someone lesbian is derogatory to me, and I don't feel it's right. So as being polite to them, I don't do that. It's just, I mean, it's one thing. It's one thing if you're joking. We're back to that whole thing. You know, if it's what's true discrimination there? What's true discrimination? If it's a joke, it's not to me. It's not discrimination. It's meant for fun. But if it's just downright hateful, then it's a whole nother ball game. But there's that's that whole subject. Did I lose y'all yet? And of course, bisexual I term in the same category as homosexual. Kind of, sort of, you know. You know, I remember my generation. I'm a Generation Xer, okay? I came in, for those who don't know, Generation X, even though they keep screwing around with the history books and all that other stuff, Generation X ended in 1984, 85, that ballpark area. It could go either way. So anyone born after the year 1984 falls into the millennial category. Now that I've said that, I am a Generation Xer, and I had some of the beliefs that went along with the boomer generation, the baby boomers, and the generation that came. But I forget the name, but there is an actual generation that came between Generation X and the baby boomers, and most people forget that those actually exist. Baby boomers started in 1944, 45, and ended in like 1958, 1959, if I remember correctly. But then there's a whole nother generation that goes all the way to around 1970. Ta-da, Prince Magnum actually knows some shit. And right now they're trying to say that that particular generation doesn't exist, and they're trying to lump them in either with the Generation X or the baby boomers. No, there was actually a generation in there that doesn't get talked about. And they were the ones that were very prominent. See, my little sister actually knows this because our dad is a baby boomer. He came in right at the cutoff. Right at the cutoff. So, sis, you're actually a Generation Z, what they're calling Zoomers now. You fall into Generation Z, which Generation Z shows a lot of promise right now. Okay. I'm going to say something right now that a lot of Bible thumpers are not going to like. Homosexuality homosexuality does exist even in nature. It is a natural phenomenon. But the thing of it is it doesn't exist like we think that it does, where it runs rampant. It exists on a very small scale, but it does actually happen. There have been actual cases that have been observed where it's actually happened in wolf packs. It is very strange that it happens, but it does happen. We're not exactly sure, I'm not, a genetic scientist, so I cannot tell you what causes it. But what I can tell you is it does happen in nature. It has even been, again, it's even been observed in wolves. Okay? It's been observed all over. There you go. So the thing of it is at day's end, if it is a natural phenomenon that happens even in nature, the reason why so many people have a problem with it is because of a certain passage in the Bible. And again, if you want to read the actual 10 Commandments, I put a post up in one of the last live streams. You're welcome to act 10 Commandments, the real 10 Commandments, not the ones that Moses brought down and broke, but the other set, the second set that actually says it's the 10 Commandments. So if you want to follow along with those beliefs, you're more than welcome to. My personal favorite is number 10, the one that talks about not boiling a baby goat in its mother's milk, because that's just creepy. Okay, that's my personal favorite one. Number 7's just about as interesting. So, yeah, I just shocked y'all that I actually know some stuff. I went and looked this up myself. You're welcome to do it. Take a look at Aaron Ra, 10 Commandments. I'm not where I can type that in right now, but definitely I suggest it. But, so it happens in nature, let it go. It's just that, we have people, it's the thought police, if you will. What happens in your home is, yeah. It's my personal favorite, telling you. Um, so that's where we're at on it. Okay. You know, it's like, it's some different. Also, take a look at George Carlin, how he views it too. You know, he definitely shed some light on it. And it was probably about 3 years ago, I actually attacked a church in our area that did this protest. It was about 3, 4 years ago. Yeah, uh, and it was a pro-life protest, and I pointed something out. Churches and I've said this before, I'll say it again, and I don't like to talk about politics on Surviving Romance, but I'm going to do it right now. And I'm going to say it so you all can hear my thoughts on this. If any church starts poking their nose in politics, yeah. Hey, John, that's my boy. uh, I will say it right now. Any church that gets involved in telling how our government should work is involving themselves in politics and is no longer a church. It's a political movement, and they have to pay taxes. Along with that, along with that, um, again, because churches are not pro-life; they're pro-birth. Whatever happens to that baby after it's born, they do not care as long as that baby is dropping money in the collection plate. And at day's end, it's going to be white conservatives that claim to be in the church who's going to send those children off to be shot in some pointless war over money. No. Wrong, 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 wrong. Because of the churches, my people are almost extinct. But anyhow. No, I didn't. I've got some. I just got to do it. You know. Wait a minute. Double check. Make sure Galaxy didn't decide to sneak out there. No, she didn't. But I'll leave it cracked for a few. We're going to have to do that later on. I've got a busy weekend ahead of me. So we'll look at doing that sometime this next week. So yeah, I stood, again, oh, Galaxy, you're right there. So that's why I stood where I stood on that. Again, and it's nothing against, the general rank and file person in the church. It's nothing against them. No, not yet. We're probably going to do that in a live stream. We'll sand everything down and put a nice. That's another one that I'm going to have to actually go over the difference between a stain and a finish. Most people get the two confused. So we got that to cover as well. So we covered a lot of ground in this particular stream. We even spoke out on behalf of. To me, it'll be non-traditional couples or non-traditional relationships. I even spoke out for them and spoke against some of the prejudice that they go through. And, I will tell you, I was actually, some years ago, Princess Faye and I went with some friends of ours when we lived in Washington, Missouri. We went to, ooh, there you go. There you go. Yeah, she's laying right here. She's laying right here. She wants attention. So, real quick, we went with some friends to this club up in St. Louis called Attitudes, and and Attitudes is more or less a. Oh, Galaxy's just right here. Yeah, she just wants attention. She wants some lovin's. But we went to this place called Attitudes, and No, we put strawberries back in the fridge. Strawberries in the fridge. I don't think Galaxy likes strawberries. I don't think she's ever tried to eat strawberries. I bet it looks good. I bet it looks good. She's right here. And Zelda is hiding somewhere. I bet she's. Let's see if we can find Zelda real quick. See if we can. There's Tabor. Oh, oh. There's the baby. Oh, it's all good, Kevin. It's all good. There's the baby. It's this. Be sure to drop a like for the greatest live stream in the world. We have a kitten. Everybody's favorite little kitten, Zelda. Your cat, huh? Look at this big blanket she's laying on. She's sleepy. Everyone swears up and down. Everyone swears that, oh, look at that big yawn. Everyone swears up and down that that Taver, our big cat, is actually Zelda's daddy, but he isn't. He's not. Taver is actually he was neutered like 6 years ago, so he's not able to be Zelda's daddy. But you'd swear that he was. Right now, everybody's just dying right now. Just like, oh. Boop. Boop. Right now, there are so many of you that are just dying from the cuteness. Oh my goodness. She backed away real quick. I think she knows that she's on camera now. I don't know how well the camera's picking up her purring. Gonna say hi to everybody. She's been playing with a McDonald's bag. Just seen it earlier. Right now, she's trying to sit pretty for everybody. Who's dying from all the cuteness right now? I'm just curious. Who's dying from all the cuteness? Oh my goodness. And of course, the big one. Zelda. Zelda. And of course, the beautiful galaxy. See if I can get her purring for y'all. Y'all been slayed by cuteness. Be sure to drop a like for the world's greatest live stream. We have kittens. Right now, I could probably just do a live stream of just doing this, and you guys would be done for. I'd have like 1 million views or something. It'd go viral. I don't know how if y'all can hear her purring right now. She's purring up a storm. Oh, sis. That's, everyone's going to be upset with you with that joke. Let's make furniture. Right now, everybody's just dying from cuteness right now. Oh, sis, that's horrible. Oh my God. You on this is so y'all enjoy it. I'll enjoy a little bit of kitten time. Can I get up? We got to get ready to end the stream. Yeah, I know there is. That's true. But how could you be mean to a kitten like this? Yeah, we know. China's a rough country. Look at it. How could you be mean to a face like that? Wanna go lie down, Zelda? Ah, her little ferocious critter. Her thinks she a ferocious animal, but she too cute to be ferocious. She too cute to be ferocious. Actually, Zelda's actually pretty doggone gentle for, as ferocious as you might think she is. She's actually very gentle. Very gentle. I'm very impressed with that. So, I figured since Queen asked, how the kitties doing? We had to touch base. We had to go say hi to everybody's favorite little kitten. Of course, if Ian was here, he'd be like, really, man, why? Why? Because everybody loves kittens. That's why. Right, right. So, what did y'all think of this one? Did you enjoy this? Something a little different? A little food, a little bit of, dessert food and things like that. Oh, I know. Dad doesn't like them either. He hates cats. Give me a dang dog. Yeah, okay, whatever. There we go. Mm. Yeah, I know. He doesn't care for cats. So, what y'all think? Was this fun? Learn some new stuff? Yeah, go figure on that one, right? Right? He doesn't like them, but he's got one. I say, I know he had one that used to follow him everywhere. And he's like, why are you following me? I have nothing for you. Go away. And the next thing you know, he's got the same cat up in his lap, petting him. Not a joke. I see a bushy tail. Hi, Galaxy. That's what's up. That's what's up. Uh, we had a lot of fun, but we do need to talk about one more thing. That's funny. That's funny. Okay, We do need to talk about one more thing. We need to talk about because the Prince Magnum channel is a DIY channel by nature. And because we're a DIY channel by nature, uh, we do a lot of car stuff. And when driving down the road, we need to get these awesome shots that go out over the hood of the project car. Oh, that figures. That figures. And the those shots come from cameras that look just like this. This is actually one of the cameras that gets gets shots that go out over the dash. This is actually the one that goes inside Project Lena. You can actually see Lena Cam. Okay, thank you, sis. And then because this is actually one of the cameras that goes out over the hood of the camera that we use in Project Lena, Spirit has one identical to this. Now that I've said that, um, because these cameras are so awesome that they're actually 1080 pixel, can get a you know. Oh, you're welcome, Kevin. Appreciate that. So because of that, we end up using these cameras for everything. Well, the problem is that there's only one way to mount them to anything, and that's on this spot right here to mount it on the dash. And because of that, you should see some of the creative ways that I've actually used these on other stuff. So I got the idea a while back. Why don't I make my own camera stand? So I went in behind HQ, cut down a tree, cut out a section of that tree, and brought it inside and turned a block of that tree into a camera stand. And this is it right here. And basically what I did was I kind of carved off the bottom right here. Then from that, I carved out this section right here. So now the camera sits right like that. And it sits flat. Ta-da. Just like that. But for the lens that juts off of the camera right down here at the end, to get that, I had to basically carve out this spot right here. And what I did to get this spot right here perfect for the camera lens to go in right like that, that's perfect. To get that spot, what I had to do is I had to take this file right here. And it's a kind of a half moon shaped file, kind of a half circle or however you want to say it. And I laid it down on top of the block of wood and I worked it back and forth until I had this perfect notch right here for the camera lens. So, because I took this file right here and used it on this block of wood, that must mean I am good at filing and should try my hand at being a secretary. Wait for it. The classic joke that never dies here on the channel. Well, hello, Galaxy. Who doesn't love a black kitty? She has this look on her face like, why? Sean's favorite joke. If Project Lena was here, we'd have to go out and do Ian's favorite joke. The spoiler alert. And I know you. Oh, goodness. Oh. She doesn't like being cuddled. All right, so it was a pretty good stream. We had quite a few people pass through. A lot of people who enjoy. Evidently, romance is still a thing. Romance is still a thing, and it should be a thing. Keeps it interesting, that is for sure. So, we are slowly getting to that point where we do need to wind it down. So, I do. That's Sean's favorite joke. What are you talking about there? Um, so at this stage of the game, we do need to. I want to double check, make sure that uh, that I got all of your questions answered. So, if any of you have any more questions about what we did in tonight's live stream, you are welcome to ask me any question you need to. Another one. I had to throw that one in there. You are welcome to ask me any question you need to. See if Sean got that. Yeah. Let's see. Did that one fall dead? Poor Queen. Oh my goodness, poor Queen. I knew she was going to say something to that. Oh, what are you going to do? Yeah, we already have some ideas to do. Yeah, we're going to do that later on. Do you guys want me to stream that one? Because I was initially going to do it off camera, but do you guys want me to stream taking the old finish off of the handle and redoing it? Did you guys want me to stream that? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Yeah, I did. I did. Oh, real quick. Real quick. Evidently, my sister doesn't like the filing jokes, and I guess you have some cutting remarks on that. Poor Queen Bee. She's like, another pun. Yes. Cutting remarks. There you go. Oh my goodness. I'm waiting to see Queen's response to the cutting remarks joke. Oh, here we go. Here we go. The puns are going to be strong the rest of Queen's going to be like, yes, That's pretty good, isn't it? All righty. So I had a great stream. I had a really good stream. I enjoyed y'all being here, but we're going to go ahead and get ready to shut it down because I need to make sure. Oh, it's getting worse. Yes, Queen. Well, I ate before the live stream. Thank you very much. I took care of me because I didn't know how long it was going to take. If I was going to be streaming the full time or not, or a little over. So I took care of me already. Already on it. So from there, we're pretty well done. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to shut it down. Tomorrow, if I can get a. Oh, I want to see this joke. I want to see what he says on this one. Back in vertically. Oh my gosh. Right. Oh, you guys are bad. All righty. So that does bring us to a good stopping point. Again, tomorrow. Chairman, you've been lurky turkey this whole time? That's what's up. Oh my goodness. All right. So that does bring us to a good stopping point. Again, tomorrow we have a salad to do. I understand, TFZ. Appreciate you being in here, buddy. So we're going to get ready to basically tomorrow there will be a cooked salad episode. You guys are going to love it. I think you're going to enjoy it. So heads up. It's going to be exciting. We're also going to make homemade honey mustard for our salad tomorrow too. You're still here, Mikey G? That's what's up. So tomorrow, get ready. We are going to enjoy a cooked salad that you can eat with your hands. Yeah. Take that one in for a moment. Along with that, if Princess Faye gets home early enough tomorrow, we will have the makeup live tomorrow. If not, we'll figure it out. Okay? And if I can, I am going to squeeze in the time so I can get some work done to Project Lena. She needs an oil change bad. So we might be doing a triple stream tomorrow. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge as soon as we get to it. In the meantime, that brings us to our spot where I get to say to all of you as we close out another wonderful live stream, get out there and work on a project. I don't care what it is, just do something with yourself. Remember, idle hands and a creative mind go together like oil and water. If you have a sweetheart, sweep them off their feet and do something special for them today. Might set up a romantic bubble bath for them. And as always, for all of you out there, if no one out there has told any of you that they love you today, Prince Magnum does. God bless you and have a happy 24. Thank you.